Hi, I'm Debbie, and welcome to Divine Destiny with Debbie. Today we're reading for November 25th, 26th, and 27th, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. First of all, I am getting this out before Thursday, so let me wish everyone who is celebrating today a very happy Thanksgiving. Even though the world in itself may feel like it's going a little bit out of control, we still live our lives, and we have more than we think. So let's count our blessings instead of count the things we no longer have or that we don't have. Okay? But we need to keep striving, and we need to keep going forward. Anyway, you know that for the weekend I am going to be using my Bradley Valentine deck. This is Angel Tarot and my John Holland Psychic Tarot and Oracle deck. I will pull one from my Doreen and Grant Virtue cards, Angels of Abundance, and I will pull one from my Emily Anderson Crystal deck. Now, if this is the first time that you've been watching, you tuned in, or if you cross-watch, go down there and there will be a link, a timestamp, which bypasses this introduction. This introduction is tagged on to all of the videos. So it is the same video, but if you go to the timestamp, which follows this video, right after, it then starts the main astrological reading. Okay? Okay. So for this time, though, I am going to be using my Waite Rider traditional tarot deck, and I will pull one from my Colette Baron Reid, The Good Tarot. Now, I have prayed, meditated, and infused all the decks with Reiki energy. Just remember, though, this is a general reading. It may or may not resonate. Take what you like, leave the rest. Have some fun with it, okay? I am an intuitive channeler. I open myself to higher power. Whatever the message is just comes through, and I have learned I don't have to make sense of it. You do that for me, so thank you. Take a moment to do the like, share, subscribe, and clicking on the bell for notifications. You really help me out by doing that. You help to override whatever these weird algorithms are. I have many people that say they can't, I post all the videos at the same time, or I make them live at the same time. And people will say, I can't find this one, I can't find that one, though they're in the playlist. It's just, for some reason, I think that my videos get hidden. My husband even said he couldn't find some of my videos. So if you're having problems, keep the like, but unsubscribe and then subscribe again. Okay? Do the same for the bell. Now, the planetary movement is pretty much the same. When there's not a lot of activity, it doesn't mean that things have stopped. It just means that things are more focused. So, we have Jupiter that's going direct in Pisces, though it's still that stationary direct right now. And it is the energy is very, very intense right now. We're not going to have a lot of change up until, the moon always is changing, but we're not going to have a lot of change up until maybe, I think it's the 30th. So right now for this weekend, it's just a very, a momentary type of energy, but it's still a very strong energy. It's like things aren't necessarily popping, but they're not necessarily backing down either. So let's see what we have for a universal reading with the Waite Rider Traditional Tarot. Let's see what we've got going here. Here we are. I like to do a 3-card cut. If you noticed, I had a young lady practice her henna skills on my hand. This was freestyle, so quite pretty. Here we go. And it does help if I put my glasses on, which I do not know where I put them. So let's see what we have. That's when I get in a little bit in trouble, when I can't quite read what I am presenting. I usually have that with the 7 and 8 of Pentacles, but let's see what we have. I will get them on for the other readings. Here we go. First card, and anything reversed has a strong energy. First card is, okay. So we have the Page of Swords. Now this was reversed, stronger energy. The Page Court cards, which the Page is one of them. I like to teach as we go along so you can have a better understanding also. Court cards have a dual energy. Page's underlying energy is our Earth, and that's our Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo energy. Money, job, career energy. So the page, whenever you see the page, right now, right there, it's going to affect something to do with our Earth energy, our tangible energy. This is the Swords energy. This is the air energy. This is your thought processes, thinking ahead, making some plans. Now, the Swords or air energy is the underlying energy for the kings, okay? So just always know that. But the Page of Swords, so something's changing with our job, with our money, our career, maybe even with our homes. It seems the sword has a very fast, the sword energy is like cutting through things. It's kind of making there can be some clarity with the swords. There can be some difficulty with the Page of Swords. So it's not necessarily an easy energy, but it's a necessary energy. It needs to clear things up in order to, I am kind of getting a reset type of energy here, or I'm hearing the word reset. It's kind of getting things into a baseline almost. That's what I'm feeling with this card, okay? So we have the Page, there's these little, I can't quite see, these little flies or little birds around in the background or flies. The Page, the wind is blowing. He's not necessarily holding he's not necessarily brandishing his weapon or his sword per se. And he's not, he's kind of backing a little bit, but he's getting ready. I kind of feel like a baseball player here. He's getting ready to make the swing. So that's what we have with that one. And okay, so on to our next. Here we go. This is the Four of Cups. So now this is reversed again. So 4 has a stability to it. It also has a leadership, and it has a, stability, leadership, organizational energy to it. The Cup energy is our water energy. It is our Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio. We are now in Sagittarius energy. We are now in fire energy, but we have left our Scorpio. So that's still a little bit there, but not really strong. The strong one right now is that Pisces, we have Neptune in retrograde in Pisces, and we also have Jupiter just kind of sitting there watching us in Pisces also. Pisces has a lot of mystery. Pisces delves deep into the psyche. Pisces looks at what it is, our deepest wishes and wants, along with that Neptune, and Jupiter wants to grant some of that. However, with the Four of Cups, you can take a look. He's looking, this person's looking down at the 3 cups, kind of not necessarily with satisfaction, not necessarily really liking it. There is a divine energy. Here's a little cloud coming with a cup saying, hey, look at me, look at me. I liken the Four of Cups to kind of that in between, that not necessarily happy times, but not necessarily bad. It's just this, this things have to change. Things are changing, but I'm not ready for the change. So there is this change energy here, but it has a lot of in between. Now, all this person has to do is just look over, and there could be an option or an opportunity for him, or he just may not be ready for it. He wants to cling to the past, even though that is not necessarily satisfying to him anymore. So let's go on. Our next card. Here we go. This is reversed again. So everything was reversed. And this is a major arcana. This is a 6. 6 is the number of man, the energies you put into something. This is the lover energy. This is always a little bit different. Sometimes the lover energy can be, that there is love coming. But the lover energy is a little bit on the odd side many times over, at least when I'm reading it. It is about relationships. There can be some miscommunication with some relationships. Maybe this relationship is kind of in an in-between stage. It needs to grow. It needs to move. It needs to accept the opportunities. It needs to let go of that past. Maybe there's some challenges in this relationship, challenges that have to be overcome. So this could be, this is a relationship type of energy. It is major arcana. It is how much energy you put into the relationship. Now, this could, again, this is a universal reading, so it's not necessarily personal, but it's always, it can be a little bit personal. How much are you giving into whatever this relationship is. What are you trying to get out of this relationship? So, and again, are you looking for the opportunities? Are you kind of staying in that past? Are you just kind of being stubborn yourself? So interesting energies with that one. Okay, so the weekend, again, challenges, job, money, home, still kind of happening. Are you ready for them? Are you ready for these challenges? Again, kind of this in-between stage. Now, the cup energy, this cup energy has come up quite a bit in the last couple of months. It's kind of like we're waiting. But then when the opportunity's there, we're not ready to grab onto it, but we're not ready to let go. And there's all about the relationship energy here. Now, the other thing about here is we have the man looking at the woman looking up at the divine, and the divine kind of spreading himself or herself very equally, okay? But there is the sun shining, so there is always possibilities. There's always healing with the lovers, the possibilities of healing, the possibilities of relationships growing too. Okay, let's see what we've got here now with our Colette Baron read. The only energy we did not talk about is the fire energy, which is our Aries, our Leo, and our Sagittarius. Sagittarius we are now in. It is passionate, burning, determined. It's fire energy. It is like, what do you do with fire? You might try to contain it. But it can also burn. It can also keep you warm. So there's good and bad with all the energies, all the signs. But the fire energy can be very consuming. Okay, but we do not have that here. Let's see what we've got with Colette Baron Reed. And here we are. And here's the page of fire. So the page again. So I told you, the page, underlying energy is our earth energy. Fire is our Aries, our Leo, Sagittarius energy. The fire energy is also the underlying energy of the night, and the cup energy is the underlying energy of the queen. So, that's, like I said, they all have underlying energies. But this is the page of fire. This is something to get you moving. This is something to get you passionate about. The fire energy is something that makes you want to make some changes, makes you want to get, like I said, it gets you, it's a passionate energy. It's something like, so there might be some challenges. You might not necessarily be, you might not be ready for the changes. You might want to cling to the past instead of going to the future. There is this healing energy, possible healing energy should you choose it with relationships. But at the same time, the page of fire makes you pop, makes you run, makes you go after it. So this could actually be what stimulates the cup energy to look over and say, I want some changes. Okay? So interesting energy here for everybody for this weekend. We will see what we will see. Please comment and let me know what you thought. What did you read into this? But as always, too, remember the like, share, subscribe, click on the bell. It really helps me. You really help me, and I appreciate your support, and I am thankful for your support. Happy Thanksgiving, should you celebrate. Hello, my Leos, and how are you today? Oh my goodness, Sagittarius season. Things are going to be popping for you. That fire energy is going to be burning. So let's see what does, what does higher power have for you right now? What do you have for my Leos, our Leos right now, higher power? What do you want to tell them? What do they need to know? So this is reversed. It is a little stronger energy. I did see it was a water. I kind of did like a twirly, and it landed like it is. But I did see it was a water energy, so it was Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, fluid, emotional, but I did not see what it was. So this is 3 cards, all reversed. Stronger medicine, stronger energy for you. Here we go. First card is the 4 of water. Now the 4 of water was in the introduction. That is that 4 of cups. That is that in-between stage. That is that waiting, but the thing is you don't want to wait so long that you miss the opportunity. And whereas before, that's like I said, in between, now I'm kind of feeling like, again, because this water wants to rush, this water wants to flow, I'm kind of feeling like you're not necessarily looking for the opportunities. You're not necessarily putting yourself out there for the opportunities. So this could be a weekend of, it could be a weekend of opportunities. It's just that, you're just not looking for them. They're around you. You need to kind of open yourself up and let them come to you, okay? So the four has stability, organization, leadership, energy. But again, water is flowing. It is spiritual. And it's part of this is, some of this is answers to prayers, but we answer, we ask for things, and then if it's not quite the way we wanted it to be, we don't necessarily, it's like, no, maybe not. Maybe we'll wait. We'll wait for the next boat. We'll wait for the next time around. Anyway. Missing an opportunity, discontentment, or boredom. Open your eyes to the possibilities. Your next card, reversed again, is ego. So a couple of things with this. One is this is a 15. So there is a 555. Change, change, change. 1 plus 5 is a 6. That's, the energy. This is a number of man. It's the energy you put into something. The ego is, Archangel Jophiel, who is very creative, kind of is the angel over artists and such like that. But this is also the devil card. This is facing fears. This is, are you afraid of success? Are you afraid of how you're going to handle success? Maybe you're afraid that your ego will get too big. And those are very real fears. This card is about facing your fears. This is about letting go of your fears. This is about stepping out of your comfort zone, okay? And this is, we'd rather stay with what we know than try something new, okay? So there is, again, this is facing yourself. This is facing failure. This is facing fears. This is, and it's kind of like, that's what's keeping you from making some changes in your life. Okay. A false sense of entrapment, being overly focused on material things. Negative or fear-based thoughts. So see, he's wearing a mask. He's not necessarily allowing anyone to see who he really is. Sense of vulnerability with this also. But this is again, are you afraid? Are you afraid, my Leos? Are you afraid of success? Are you afraid of moving on? Are you afraid of failure? All of these are very real fears, but what I'm always saying is you're never going to know unless you try. So, next card, reversed again, is justice. Now, so we have an 8, unlimited opportunities, unlimited possibilities. Justice is about things equaling out. Justice, I shouldn't say equaling out per se, but it is about, right versus wrong. It is about why, the reasons. There is a lot of karmic justice about this. This is about the scales coming back into a balance. Now, the thing about this justice card, and Radley Valentine, I love their card. I love his cards dearly, but he's, justice 8 is always an 11 in the regular tarot. 11 in this deck is strength. So, and that should be the 8. So there's strength in justice. There's justice in strength. Things coming out to light, maybe part of your efforts, whatever it is that you should have been doing, whatever it is, maybe this is all again, fear of failure, and you've been trying and you've been trying and you've been trying, and then the justice card comes and says, now, everything you've been trying now comes to a better light, to a better space. It's just, but again, don't be afraid of it. Don't be afraid of this change. Don't be afraid of failure, but don't be afraid of success either. Okay? So, fair and just decisions. Do what you know is right. Stand up for your beliefs. Okay? This just has a lot of defeated energy to it. And then justice comes and says, stop. Stop feeling such a failure. Stop. Move on. Move on. There's so much more to life. But you have to try. You have to try, my Leos. So this weekend has some interesting energies for you too, some heavy energies. But it's again, this is a weekend where, you have to pull it up. You have to pull up your vibrations. You have to say anything and everything is possible. Okay, let's see. John Holland. Okay, higher power. Do we have anything else? Anything? Okay. And that one popped. That one flew out. Let's see what we've got here. Okay. Whoop. Okay, again reversed. So this is solar plexus chakra. We have the yellow energy. We have a 3. 3 again is celebration, creativity, the power of 3. Chakras, there's 7 chakras that most people talk about, most people know. There's many, many more chakras around, but these are the 3, these are the 7 most common. So we go from the first, which is your root, to your heart, which is number, what would that be? That would be 4, right? Yeah, 4. So this is, which are more your natural chakras. And then we go 4 to 7, which is the crown, which goes into your supernatural chakras. So yes, and your heart kind of plays both of those roles. But the 3 of the chakras is the solar plexus. It's right below the heart. It's kind of like, right below that sternum, right above your belly. This has your integrity. This is doing, this is doing right. This is doing something you can live with, okay? Sometimes fear makes us go along with the crowd, even if we don't agree with the crowd. And so the solar plexus is here to remind you. And again, too, the justice. Do what you know is right. This is confirmation to that justice card. So whatever goes on here, maybe you'll be offered a wonderful opportunity, but you're gonna, but the terms may not necessarily be what you can live with. The solar plexus tells you you need to be able to live with your decisions. Do what you know to be right. This is all about integrity. Okay, so what does this all mean? You tell me. You tell me, my Leos. Anyway, let's go on to here. Angels of Abundance. What do we have for my Leos? What do we have for my Leos? What do you have for my Leos? What does Leo need to know? Here we go. Okay, reversed. Employment change. Well, we've been in Uranus with Uranus in Taurus, so something's changing. Employment change. Your career path is leading you in a higher direction with positive changes to support your dreams, priorities, passions, and life purpose. Trust that these changes will help you release the old and welcome the new. You are being supported each step of the way. And I have to say, I believe that this is the first time this card has come up since I got this deck. Maybe not. I could be wrong, but I don't remember seeing this at all. But your career path is leading you in a higher direction with positive changes to support your dreams. Do not be afraid of success, okay? Okay, let's go on and see what crystal or energy might be helpful for you during this change, during this time of change. Let's see what we've got here. Okay. Okay. Amethyst. I love amethyst. Okay, there we go. Amethyst is spiritual insight, creativity, psychic protection, and courage. All about the amethyst. And I have a beautiful piece given to me by James, Gemini. Okay, we're going to put that over there where I can see it. Okay, so my Leos, looks like some change is happening. Don't be afraid of it. But follow your gut. Do what you know to be right. It's all good, right? Right. Okay, so my Leos, take a moment, please, to let me know what this meant to you. Comment, do the like, share, subscribe, and clicking on the bell stuff. You help me. As always, though, my Leos, always know that you are loved. Stay shining and be blessed. Bye-bye.